Hello, District 57 Toastmasters. My name is Mona Safari, and I am the Administration Manager for the current year for District 57. In this module, we will cover the role of the timers, their duties during a virtual contest, and the technical details. As timer, you will acquire a set of virtual signaling cards, as we will cover in this training. During the course of the contest, you will listen carefully to each contestant's speech, time them accurately, and signal them accordingly. At the conclusion of all speeches, you will submit the timing report. The function of the timer in a virtual contest is to track and log the timings of the contestants. As time can be a disqualifier in a speech contest, it is critical that the timer is completely attentive and accurately records time for each speech contestant. Toastmasters International recommends the use of 2 timers for contests. One will be the primary contest timer, timer number 1. The backup timer, timer number 2, will verify the primary timer's timings and also times the in-betweens. Prior to the start of the contest, read through timer role in contest rulebook and the contest script provided by the contest chair. Both timers will attend the contestants' briefings. They will also meet with the contest chair, the tech host, and the Toastmaster of the event to define the roles and responsibilities, to determine the schedule and flow of the event, to obtain the speaking order in order to understand the number of speakers or evaluators and their schedules for the event, and to receive the speech contest time record sheet. Here you can see example of speech contest time record sheet. Timer number 1. You are the primary timekeeper of the event. You will time the contestants and display timing cards on the screen. Zoom has a feature called virtual background. To set this feature, you need to click on the arrow next to the video icon. You can choose the virtual background option, which allows you to set any images as your background. For example, you can use the feature to replace the background with solid colors like green, yellow, and red. Toastmasters International provides these 3 backgrounds as the official virtual backgrounds. To download the backgrounds, go to toastmasters.org website. On the search bar, search for timer Zoom backgrounds. Click on the timer Zoom backgrounds. and download the last file in English. As you can see, Toastmasters International puts the words green, yellow, and red on these screens so that colorblind speakers and participants are not at a disadvantage. After downloading the last 3 images on your computer, on the settings, click on the plus symbol and choose Add Image from the folder with the downloaded images. Repeat this process to load all 3 images to your Zoom program. Now you can switch between them by clicking on the appropriate color. Green, yellow, and red. Pre-planned background. To switch off the virtual background, you can click on None, the first option. It is important to test your timing card virtual backgrounds with the contest team prior to the contest, as the quality of your camera can impact the quality of the virtual background. During the contest, participants will be asked to turn their videos off. Only the contestant and timer number 1 will have their videos turned on. Contestants should hide non-video participants so only the speaker and timer number 1 are visible. To eliminate any distractions for the contestant, you can remove yourself from the screen by covering your camera with a folded over piece of paper. As you can see, this will remove your image from the video, leaving only your virtual background visible. This is very helpful to the contestant because it avoids their image, which can sometimes be distorted from being superimposed on the virtual background. The International Speech Contest will consist of a series of timed 5 to 7 minute speeches that will be judged by a panel of judges. When speaker reaches the minimum time, that is 5 minutes, just click on the green color, and this green signal should remain displayed for 1 minute. When it reaches 6 minutes, click on the yellow image. Yellow signal should remain displayed for 1 minute. At targeted 7 minutes, click on the red signal. Red screen will stay illuminated until the speaker has stopped speaking. You can go back to your pre-planned background after each speech. The green signal will be displayed at 2 minutes and remain displayed for 30 seconds. The yellow signal will be displayed at 2 minutes and 30 seconds and remain displayed for 30 seconds. And the red signal will be displayed at 3 minutes and remain displayed until the evaluation is concluded. When to start timing? Please note that timing will begin with the speaker's first definite verbal or nonverbal communication with the audience. This usually will be the first word uttered by the speaker, but could include any other form of communication such as sound effects or a gesture. After each speech, both timers will submit the times on the report sheet in minutes and seconds to the chief judge. Judges vote based on the timer's report. Timer number 2. You are a backup timer. You will time all the speeches and evaluations, but will not be displayed on the screen. You will time 1 minute time after each speech so the judges may score the contestant. Timekeeper number 2 signals the Toastmaster when 1 minute has elapsed between contestant speeches by displaying a red card. Please make sure to fill out the timer report immediately after each speech or evaluation. Technical failure. If timer number 1 experiences technical difficulties, internet connection issues, or has a power outage, you timer number 2. You need to report the issue to the chief judge and be ready with your timing backgrounds to take over timer number 1. Proper setup should not take more than 5-second delay. Also, in event of a technical failure of the signal, an extra 30 seconds is allowed to the speaker before the end of the grace period. Both timers, timer number 1, timer number 2, I would recommend to join the contest meeting 20 minutes before the meeting start time to test your audio and video and also to test your virtual backgrounds. You need to rename yourself as timer number 1 or timer 2. For that, click the drop-down menu located at the top left corner to close the participants list, or click Pop Out to separate the participants list from the meeting window. To change your own name that is displayed, hover over your name on the participants list and click Rename. You need to rename it to Timer 1 or Timer 2. Practice. To practice, you don't need to be in a meeting with anybody else. You can actually launch a brand new meeting in your Zoom program and practice to be familiar with how to go into virtual background system, how to rename yourself, and how to display timing signals and switch between these signals. You can also practice and sync up with other timers. It is important to find a way to communicate to each other during the contest. It can be either via text message or on a WhatsApp group. Now you're ready for the contest. Good luck and happy timing!